Greetings. Everyone, welcome. Welcome to 2K. Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Embiid. Paul George is out there with Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Drummond in at the power forward. And for New York, we've got Jalen Brunson. Mitchell Robinson out there with Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. Drummond sets the screen for Maxey. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified. And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Shot clock at 5. Here's George. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now, Maxey. After Mikal Bridges missing on that last three-pointer. Back to Maxey. Embiid with the screen on Brunson. And here is Drummond. Pass to Maxey. Right side, George. Here's Drummond. Back to George. And he makes good on the layup. George has got the first points up on the board tonight here for Philadelphia.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Brunson against Maxey. Brunson, good.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Towns with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. Anunoby, good.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Knicks lead 5-2.
Maxey looking it over. Oubre on the wing. Knocked loose. Here's Brunson. Here's Towns. Off with the layup.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
Embiid sets the pick for George. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Good work in deep from George that time. He's far more than just a perimeter threat.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of him. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you.
Embiid, such a dominant force inside. That's exactly where his coaches and teammates want him operating.
On deep, Brunson. Oubre pulls it in.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And then Robinson slams it in.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
Drummond with a screen on Brunson. Maxey, and slam dunk by Maxey.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Brunson. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, staying strong inside. Brunson going right into the coverage to get the call.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Brunson. Here's Maxey. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Knocked away. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Pass to George. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. That one doesn't drop. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. 76ers. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
We've got Mikal Bridges. Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. There the group. New York will start the second.
Great speed displayed by George on his way to the bucket. Devastating to the defense with those dunking skills of his.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now here's Maxey. Embiid dishes to George. Back to Embiid. The tray. Embiid knocks it home from distance.
Love the confidence from Joel. He gets the ball and knows exactly what he's going to do with it before he gets it.
Here's Brunson. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Embiid kicks to George. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Drummond passes to George. Good D by Anunoby.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
And then George with the jam.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
Bridges shot. Good. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
Here's Brunson. Following the basket by Tyrese Maxey.
With how fast Brunson plays, his pull-up is really unguarded.
Outside, Maxey goes up and lays it nice and easy. Maxey's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And here's Brunson outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And then can Brunson get going in a hurry? He's got his fingerprints all over this one.
Maxey kicks to Oubre. Back to Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Oh, Brunson wheeling his way in there.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
25.
Maxey against Brunson. Maxey, no good. Anunoby outside. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Out to Bridges. And there's the drive. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Goodness. Miguel Bridges. Thundering slam off the bounce.
Oubre outside. Back to Embiid. George looking over the floor. He can't get that one to fall. Towns with the defensive effort.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And here's Brunson outside. Sinks the triple. Brunson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks.
Unstoppable. He has got it on automatic out there.
And, you know, the defensive effort is not bad. They're doing the best they can, but he's been simply too much for them.
And so it's New York with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Edwards is out there with Gordon. Then there's Lowry. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. Now, here's Achua, defended by Gordon. Clock at 6. Achua, the pass to Hart.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Stolen away. Here's Tucker, back to Achua. Achua.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Outside for Lowry. Pass to Grimes. 76ers moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gordon. Out to Edwards. His three-pointers off the mark. New York leading by 8. Launches it. Tucker can't get it to go.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Boy, Harden's one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Achua. And he converts the layup. Achua's got his third basket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Right against Lowry. Here's Edwards. Takes it inside. And Edwards with the stuff.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now, here's Achua. He's got 6. Drains it from beyond the arc. Achua's got 9 points in the quarter.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots. And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Pass to Grimes. Now here's Edwards. And it's off from three-point range. Now Hart, scoreless thus far. And it's blocked. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gordon. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Grimes, defended by Hart. Lowry against Wright. Here's Grimes, 5 on the clock. Gordon with a screen on Hart. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
Here's Hart. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hart's got his first 2 points.
Getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Here's Lowry, and it's in there.
Kyle Lowry.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. And right, here we go. You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime in Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
Lowry from outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Lowry's got it back down to within single digits for Philadelphia. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Anunoby. They get it again. Robinson on the wing. Anunoby. Too open that time. Made it look too easy. Anunoby's got his second bucket tonight.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jump, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
And it's Bona missing. For three, Bridges. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead at 11 points. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The 76ers trail by 11. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Mitchell Robinson, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
When Maxey is clicking on all cylinders, he is a tough guy to slow down.
Brunson with a head of steam, misses from close range. Oubre up top, defended by Bridges. Oubre dishes to Drummond. Drummond a screen. Maxey kicks to Embiid. 5 to shoot. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bridges shot. Good.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Maxey passes to George. Now Drummond. Oubre dishes to George. Looking to end his cold spell. And they recover it. Embiid kicks to Oubre. Embiid with a screen on Bridges. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Maxey. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jalen Brunson.
Checking in at about 200 pounds, Maxey is much stronger than he appears.
Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
And George kicks to Oubre. Back to George. Outside, Maxey in the corner. George with it. The 76ers again can't hit it.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And so he makes both from the line. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Anunoby against George. Drummond sets the screen for George. Driving in. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Brunson with a clean look. No good with the triple. The 76ers trail by 14. Over to the wing. Pass to Embiid. And here's Oubre. Maxey with it. Offensive rebound. Embiid kicks to Oubre. Back to Embiid. Oubre outside. Embiid with the screen on Bridges. Now here's Embiid. Shoots over Towns. Here's Drummond. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Drummond simply able to take on the tough defense and finish through contact because of his brute strength.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And also, they are working the opposition from the mid-range, continuing to fire away with confidence from there.
George against Anunoby. George passes to Embiid. Puts up a three. Drummond dishes to Embiid. Another shot. Goes up again. The three from George. Nice hit again. Assertive move by Embiid.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Brunson against Maxey. And that one's good. Brunson.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And here's George for three. Embiid kicks to Oubre. Drummond sets the screen for George. It's good from long range. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Second team foul.
19 seconds left in the fourth. The clock now can just run out for the Knicks. Brunson scanning the floor. So it's New York picking up the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both. for joining. Here are the 5 for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot. And for New York, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Robinson in at the center position, locking down the middle. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a 3-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor. Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau, and guys, coach stated the number of different ways that Donovan Mitchell can be productive. The emphasis for this defense is going to be limiting his touches throughout the game and trying to trap him when they can't. It's a tall task for the defense, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Anunoby. Robinson, a screen on Hunter. And there's the lob, and a big finish by Robinson.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
Outside Brunson. They set the pick. Kicks it out to Anunoby from outside the arc. The offensive rebound. Screen by Robinson. Clock at 6. No good with the triple.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns, a 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, BA. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers in recent years. He is right there with Dirk Nowitzki. Talk about the sweetest shooting big men of all time.
And Cleveland has possession after the basket by New York on the other end. Here's Mitchell. He gets it in there. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the night.
Don't be mistaken about that 6'1 frame. That 6'10 wingspan, 215 pounds. Look out inside.
Now here's Brunson. Here's Towns. Driving inside. And he banks in the layup.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
The Cavs trailing. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Allen outside. Out to Mobley. Launches it. And it's New York with a rebound. It's stolen by Hunter. Allen with it. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Mitchell against Robinson. Back to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, why settle for the layup when you can finish with authority? Mr. Allen on the dunk.
Oh, and Mobley with the block. Mitchell against Bridges. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. From deep, Mitchell drops in the 3. Mitchell's got 7.
From three-point range, Donovan Mitchell attacks with reckless abandon. He'll just keep firing, folks.
Brunson against Hunter. And Anunoby for 3. He drops it from range.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 7. Misses in close.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Anunoby on the wing. Robinson, a screen on Hunter. Anunoby for 3. And the Knicks, another 3.
Well, you like the decision-making from OG Anunoby right there. Picking quality shots, gets into his jump shooting motion. Well done.
Now here's Mitchell. Inside, Allen. The kick to Hunter. Mobley, right side. Over Towns. And it's Mobley. That time on the assist by Hunter.
Okay, Evan Mobley a big, folks, but you can see the touch on that mid-range jumper. That's pure.
Outside Brunson. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Well, a good close contest so. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. And Doris, you talk about the bounciest big men in the association. Mitchell Robinson's on the short list.
Come on now, this guy is a game changer as a lob threat and rim protector. He's grown up so much in terms of avoiding foul trouble, and he's putting in the work on the offensive end. Mitchell Robinson is a big-time player.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Bridges. He's scoreless.
Good idea trying to draw the foul. Very creative, to say the least.
Allen finds Mitchell. Allen with a screen on Bridges. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Can't hit from in close. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Out to Bridges. The 3 is up. And the three-pointer goes. Bridges has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Mitchell gets a step. Oh, Robinson with a block.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
Now here's Anunoby. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Robinson gets the bucket. Robinson's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Okoro on the wing. Pass to Hunter. To snap the cold streak. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Brad, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players, Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Now here's Brunson. Outside Anunoby. For 3, Bridges sinks the tray. Bridges has got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, in catch-and-shoot opportunities, you've got to have good feet and pre-shot preparation. Mikal Bridges, yes, sir.
Grown man points from Donovan Mitchell.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
Here's Brunson. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Brunson's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Bridges against Mitchell. Here he goes. Out to Mobley. The 3 ball. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks leading by 8. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Here's Hunter. Offensive board. Hunter on the wing. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Second team foul.
On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Bridges. From downtown. And he missed there. 4 for 8 shooting now so far. The Knicks have got 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Anunoby can't get it to go. Cavaliers trail by 8. Mitchell with the ball. He's got 9. Allen a screen. Jacks up a 3. Mitchell misses. New York has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Brunson slicing and dicing.
If Brunson sees any daylight, he's going to attack. Did just that on the drive.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Allen pass to Mitchell. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Mikal Bridges.
In the NBA, there is a high need for relentless scoring and skill to match that scoring. That is Donovan Mitchell.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Right side, Brunson. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Mobley. Outside Mitchell. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And the triple tightens this game.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the court right now for Cleveland. They've got Tristan Thompson. Max Strus is out there with Dean Wade. Then it's Ty Jerome, and it's Porter in at the 1. From deep. Drills it from deep. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. Thompson with it. Hard covering. And he lobs it up to the rim. Outside for Porter. Thompson pulls it in. The Cavs trailing. Down low for the tie. And that's 2 points on the layup. Jerome's got his first points of the night.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Hart. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
For New York, they've gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. New York, again, can't hit. The Cavaliers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Strus the pass to Wade. Thompson right side. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker. On the break. Pass to Akporti. Back to Hart. To the paint. Right outside. 6 to shoot. Drives to the hoop. Oh, got a piece of it. Porter with the steal. Here's Wade. Pounding it, and the foul. It goes on Josh Hart.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
BA, it's incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
Tucker knocks down the long J. Tucker's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Porter against Wright. The three. And Tucker pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Wright drives it. Soft touch off the glass. And it's a 5-point Knick lead.
Well, DeLon Wright taking advantage of that handle and that slithery ability to get through traffic. What a pretty drive.
Here's Jerome. He's covered by Hart. Porter looks it over. Over Achua. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. Knicks leading by 5. Back to Hart. There's a minute 26 left in the third. And down it goes. 2 points.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
The Cavaliers have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Jerome. Porter with a screen on Hart. Jerome passes to Porter. Tucker against Strus. They can't stop the run with that one.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him.
52 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Wright. Count it. Good. Wright's gotten his second bucket of the game.
This team looks so focused out there trying to increase their lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that. Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Wright against Porter. Now here's Wright. Not a lot of room.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. Teammate open, let me find him.
Strus the pass to Porter. The shot misses. Hey, Tucker with the defensive effort. Hart goes in. Outside Achua. This one for 3. Hits a three-pointer. And now a 12-point Knick lead.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Knicks. They lead by 12. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. We've got OG Anunoby. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Bridges in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Anunoby with it, guarded now by Mitchell. Towns a screen on Hunter. For 3, Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Inside.
How about that well-timed drop-off? Jalen Brunson just knows where to put the basketball.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland, trailing by 17. Let's go with a 3. Cleveland again missing.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And Mitchell with the slam.
Donovan Mitchell cooking right now. Things look easy on the offensive end.
There's a screen. Here's Brunson. Banked it in off the glass.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Bridges down low. Guarded by Okoro. Okoro, the defensive effort. Here's Brunson outside. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mitchell with the ball, and it's Anunoby picking him up. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home!
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Robinson gets the bucket.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
That's a move you won't see many guys make. Impressive stuff.
Knicks leading by 14. Pass to Brunson. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Big time slam by Carl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
Bridges against Mitchell. Okoro outside. Back to Mitchell. Stolen by Bridges. Anunoby against Hunter. And Mitchell over to help. Bridges down low. Towns for three. Mobley grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening. It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Knicks.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for OG Anunoby.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today. Made great reads and distributed the ball accordingly.
Allen in the high post. He's against Bridges. Back to Allen. Clock at 6. Hey, expanding his range. And he can't get that one. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Towns a screen on Hunter. From behind the arc. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Jared Allen. Assist from DeAndre Hunter.
Fires away from way outside. Off target. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. We saw two different... All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. Now,
should be plenty. Of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. Now, here's George. At the top of the key, Embiid. Oubre kicks to Maxey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Here's Okoro. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
Sharing the love. If you get yourself this open, Mitchell will set you up.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Here's Maxey. Following the score by Cleveland. Embiid finds Drummond. Oubre outside. Outside for George. Three-pointer. Hands it from downtown.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Here's Maxey, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Maxey looking it over. Pass to Embiid. Oubre on the wing. 76ers moving the ball around. George, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Hunter, the pass to Mobley. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Oubre. It's George on the wing. George double team. Here's Drummond. Rebound by Mitchell.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Allen kicks to Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Stolen by Okoro. Here's Mitchell. Tanked in off the glass. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's George. Embiid wide open. And the 3 off target. Here's Okoro. Kept alive. Pass to Mitchell. Got a piece of it. Hunter against George. Embiid in the corner. Back to George. Embiid with the screen on Hunter. Back to Embiid. Pocket 4. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
It is not an easy thing to body up to Mitchell. He is built like an absolute brick.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Oubre outside. Drummond sets the screen for Maxey. Takes a three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
So locked in from range. Maxey almost makes it look effortless.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Oubre outside. Drummond with a screen on Mitchell. Oubre dishes to Drummond. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And so it's Cleveland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
On the court for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with the quarrel. And it's Hunter in at the 3. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
Shooting for Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell. 2 shots. The play is under video review, under NBA rules. There will be a 2-minute review to the play.
Action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
George passes to Maxey. From past the arc, Evan Mobley with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 8. Okoro with it. George picks him up. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Cavaliers on D. Embiid sets the pick for George. In the corner, Drummond with it. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Mitchell. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's tremendous focus from Mitchell. Works through the foul and converts.
Richard, something amazing about Donovan Mitchell. He averages over 20 points per game every single season.
Yeah, he is just a natural, talented scorer. He beats you in so many different ways. What I like most about his numbers, they go up in the postseason.
You're up. Oh, yeah!
And the 76ers making a change here. Council's checked in. Free throw drops for Mitchell. Well, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home. And that's got to be painful for a player.
You get taken back a little bit. For some players, it's deserved, but it's always a surprise. But you have to be self-aware. Did you deserve to get booed? In most cases, it's true. Well, and it's just clear how comfortable Embiid is shooting the ball, especially from mid-range.
To the inside. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Mitchell. Allen's got the lead up to 13 now for the Cavs.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Council. Embiid inside. He's against Allen. Cleveland leading by 13. Out left to the wing. Pass to Okoro. And Okoro throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now, here's Hunter. Mitchell outside. Shoots the three. It's hauled in by the 76ers. 1:56 left in the second quarter. Embiid sets the pick for George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Mobley outside. Kicks it out to Allen. Connects from three-point range. Allen's got 5 points in the quarter.
Not known as a quick shooter, but Allen shows what he's got there.
Pass to Council. It's tipped. Outside, George. Here's the three. Here's Embiid. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And how about that reach of Embiid, using those long arms that just gobble up second chance opportunities?
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
To the paint, here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
When you're Allen, just about 7 feet, dunking comes easy.
Pass to Council. Here's Embiid. That shot off. Excellent D there from Allen. Mobley looking it over. Puts up a three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Oubre kicks to George. Pass to Council. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, George. A 3-ball. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 6.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Mitchell, and he slams it down right on top of Joel Embiid.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
They've got Gordon, and it's Bona in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. There's Garland. Good, nice job down low. Garland's got his first points of the night.
Oh, going inside and fighting for the bucket. That's what you want. You want a person that's going to fight for those inches.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alden.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
You know, you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. Garland with the bucket.
Looking for a high percentage shot. Garland wants the best look he can get.
The 76ers trail by 14. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Here he goes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Garland's got his third bucket of the night.
Just slicing his way to the rack. This man is so crafty. I love it when Garland takes charge like this.
Lowry against Garland. Pass to Grimes. In the corner, it's Gordon. Here's Grimes. Lowry has the open look, and he's good on the three ball. Lowry's got 5.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you from there.
Thompson, a screen on Lowry. Here's Garland. It's tipped, and they'll get another chance. Thompson surveying the floor, and there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Philadelphia on D. It's a 13-point game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know what you're going to get from Thompson. Strength, toughness, and grit.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he ends up missing both free throws. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Back to Lowry. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Outside Garland. Strus setting the screen for Garland. And it's Bona with the rebound. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's the screen. Wade against Gordon. Gordon with a screen on Garland. 6 to shoot. Lowry can't get it to go. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. There's 1:54 left to play here in the third. The wide open look here for Garland. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Garland's got 9 points in the quarter. Pass to McCain. And here's Gordon from outside. And it's Darius Garland with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Wade takes it off the glass. Wade's got his first bucket of the night.
Getting better and recognizing when his teammates are open. Garland, great time right there.
Here's Lowry. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Driving inside.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
There's Garland, and he lays it straight in. Garland's got 11 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Now, Garland. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Bona with the rebound.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Shot by Grimes. No good. The Cavaliers leading by 16. Thompson outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. George with the steal. Oubre for 3. He can't hit that time. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Cavaliers lead by 17. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand.
That'll be 3 seconds.
And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Mitch. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Yabusele, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
ENT.
And here are the Cavaliers now. They lead by 17. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Pass to Allen. Embiid with the steal. Oubre with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Oubre passes to Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Getting up and finishing. Maxey leaving no doubt.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. And here is Mitchell. Hunter with it. Hunter sets a screen for Mitchell. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Philadelphia shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Now, here's George, covered by Okoro. And George, here we go. And it's sent back by Allen. Now, Cleveland moving it up. And that one's good, Hunter. And the Cavaliers lead by 17. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
What a dunk by Embiid. He's just doing big man things the way big man should.
Mitchell passes to Allen. Over Embiid. Allen's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 15. Outside, George. Pass to Embiid. Three-pointer. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey. Oubre with the steal. Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid outside.
A gifted interior scorer. When Embiid establishes himself down there, he is almost automatic.
Mitchell against Maxey. Mobley a screen on Maxey. Mitchell. And Mobley throws it down.
When you're guarding Mobley, you have to finish the possession on D. Seal him off, or Evan, look, this man is going to punish you on that glass.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Maxey. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They led by as many as 18 points.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
And George kicks to Maxey. There's the pick. Here's the teardrop. And stolen by Mobley. With the drive. And Mobley throws it down.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Cavaliers.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Donovan Mitchell.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. And that's in the gym range, Kev. He can pull up and knock it down from anywhere.
Nobody near Allen. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Yabusele passes to George. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D there from Allen. And here's Cleveland, a 12-point game. Mitchell finds Allen. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Maxey passes to Yabusele. Embiid with it. Excellent D there from Allen.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
For three, Mitchell. Fires from way outside. No good. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the
Grant, when you take... Look at this matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. We've got Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Mitchell Robinson, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position. Robinson a screen on Maxey. Here's Brunson. And he buries his first look.
An incredible job, Brunson, just measuring off that floater.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Good work defensively by Robinson.
They create such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
George passes to Embiid. Back to George. Drummond with the ball. Pass to Maxey. Screen by Embiid. Shot clock at 6. And that one is stuffed right through.
Such an explosive athlete. Maxey saw his chance and took it right to the rim.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Brunson with the bucket.
And mixing it up down low, Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
Maxey surveys. And it's New York with a rebound. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Brunson with it, and Drummond picks him up defensively. And it's Jalen Brunson with a 3. Brunson's got 7 points.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Here's Maxey. Kicks it to George. Oubre on the wing. Bridges against George. Takes the 3. Towns with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse, and he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Brunson. 7 points in the game. Anunoby a screen on Maxey. And Brunson, here we go. Anunoby for 3. The rebound by Embiid. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Drummond with the jam.
Drummond just rising up. Gets on top of the defense.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Maxey, that's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. Maxey against Brunson. Maxey, that's good. Maxey's got 8.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Brunson up top. Maxey covering. Brunson misses. The Sixers lead by 4. Outside Oubre. Embiid passes to Oubre. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Screen by Robinson. Here's Brunson. Yes, on the jumper. 9 points in the game.
Brunson making the right call. The pick and roll gets him totally set up.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Maxey. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That free throw misses.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
Knicks trail by 3. Outside Brunson. There's the 3. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
And Brunson capable here of having these binges, scoring the basketball.
The drive by Drummond. Fires it. Three-pointer Embiid. Oh, it's blocked by Towns. What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for Philadelphia. Hunting for And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Robinson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Brunson. Here's Maxey. And it's New York with a rebound. Right side, Brunson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Paul George.
Well, the lefty listed at 6'1", Jalen Brunson. It's a bit of a different matchup. He's just so physical, and he can play on and off the ball. Dare I call it funky?
76ers trail by 4. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
But so far, they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
And the basket by Bridges.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down. The game is fully in their control.
Looking to end the run. Some solid defense from Brunson. New York leading by 9. Bridges, left side. Lets it go from deep. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. The 76ers have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Here's Embiid. No stopping Joel Embiid. Wow.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. 76ers trail by 7. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Really no spot on the floor where George can't hurt you. What a versatile scorer.
Brunson against Maxey. It's Brunson working inside. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A. With teams like the Thunder excelling, it looks like youth is no longer an excuse. But some rebuilds take longer than others.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Brunson just knows how to manufacture points. Right now, being assertive.
Got it. Maxey's got 11.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Knicks leading by 5. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, B.A. The way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
Embiid, a screen on Brunson. Pass to Embiid. Clock is at 3. Look at Embiid with the skilled finish.
2 strong points from Embiid. His M.O. is to own the painted area.
Here's Anunoby. The 3 is up. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Anunoby's got 6 in the quarter.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
You know, you have to love how strong Maxey takes it inside. Feels like he can beat everyone to the cup.
Here's Brunson. Out to Bridges. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
It's so nice to see Towns use his high basketball IQ to dominate in pick and roll. It seems like he always makes the right read in that situation.
Drummond, the screen on Bridges. And George launches it from deep. They get it back. Outside Oubre. Now here's Maxey. Drummond, a screen on Brunson. For 3, Maxey gets the 3 ball to go. Maxey's got 16 points now.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up. And that's it.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up that shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
Kyle Lowry out there with Butler. Then there's Eric Gordon, and it's McCain in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game. Achua against Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Achua with the dunk.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Butler surveying the floor. Here's McCain, checked by Tucker. Pass to Gordon. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Just 5 on the clock. Lowry against Wright. Lowry, good.
I like watching Lowry there, operating with patience in the mid-range.
Pass to Tucker. Achua with a screen. Tucker, the pass to Achua. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Achua's gotten his second bucket.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
For 3, Lowry. Hart pulls it in. New York leading by 7. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973. So as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Outside Butler. Launches a 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Up top, Lowry. From the arc. They get it again. Here's McCain. No good from outside. And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
New York has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Wright against Lowry. Wright, the pass to Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Things are starting to come together for them. And the lead is starting to grow, too.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
2 minutes remaining.
Up to Gordon.
2 minutes.
And here's Lowry from the arc. That shot off. New York leading by 9. Right side, Tucker. Achua with a screen on Gordon. Tucker, pass to Hart. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Knicks lead by 12.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down the 3.
Pass to Bona. Wright against Lowry. They still need this. Philadelphia with another miss. New York has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey, said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. There's a screen. To the middle. Here's Bona. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Really just mastery in the pick and roll from Kyle Lowry. Per usual, making the correct decision.
Right outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wright's got his first bucket in this one.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. And he knocks down the first one. So New York ends up going with a whole new group. Butler hits them both. 20 seconds left in the third. Outside Brunson. Anunoby, a screen on Lowry. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Here's the 3. No good that time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. Puts up a three. And Anunoby gets it to go. And the Knicks lead by 11.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Back to Lowry. Over Brunson, 5 on the clock. Lowry, no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. Brunson with the finish inside.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
George feels it out a bit. Fires for three. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And the layup is good by Drummond.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Towns on a screen. Here's Brunson. And it's blocked by Embiid.
And you have to be aware of Embiid at all times. He's an outstanding shot blocker.
Out to Oubre, down low. The ball's knocked loose. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. For three. It's rebounded by George. 76ers trail by 11. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Drummond passes to Embiid. Embiid, a screen on Bridges. For three, George nails it from three.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Outside Brunson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the... And they stop the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Shooting for New York, Jalen Brunson. At the line for two. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Oubre passes to Maxey. Good work defensively by Towns.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Brunson assertive on the take. And Anunoby for three. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And it's Maxey missing. Knicks leading by 11. The three. And again, New York with the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Outside Maxey. And they get it back. Drummond finds Maxey. On the take, Robinson with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Robinson going to work on that shot, swatted away.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Knicks.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And what a huge performance it was for Jalen Brunson.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
He shoots it. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. They haven't looked like themselves the last few possessions.
They haven't. This is when they really need to be patient and get a clean look.
Tries again. Robinson with the block. For three, Maxey. Here's Drummond. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. 24 seconds left in the fourth. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
Brunson against Maxey. And an Obi for three. Rebound by Philadelphia. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down,
Sports. And now the New York Knicks starters. We've got Mitchell Robinson. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Brunson in at point guard. And for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
Robinson drives in. He gets that one.
Mitchell Robinson.
Boy, Mitchell Robinson, a hard man to stop when he's got momentum. Nice.
Bridges against Mitchell. Hunter with a screen on Bridges. Pass to Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Unloads. Robinson pulls it in.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Brunson outside. Anunoby with the screen for Brunson. Anunoby outside. They get it back. Here's Robinson. The kick out to Towns. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And that one's good. Brunson.
What a confident stroke from Jalen Brunson. This guy doesn't have to dominate with the ball in his hands.
Mitchell dishes to Hunter. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Bridges with the steal. Anunoby outside. Robinson a screen on Allen. The offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And this, to me, is where Mitchell Robinson is comfortable operating. Because of the length and size, he can put pressure on defenders.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Brunson goes in. Anunoby finds Robinson. Robinson a screen on Mitchell. Here's Anunoby. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, you like the decision-making from OG Anunoby right there. Picking quality shots, gets into his jump shooting motion. Well done.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
Did a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Brunson. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. Will try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Just 3 to shoot. There's the lob to Towns. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Robinson passes to Brunson. There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive. Well, we know Mitchell can hurt you from outside the arc. The defense better recognize this moving forward.
Here's Brunson, and he makes that one.
Jalen Brunson.
Brunson's got 7 points in the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
The try by Mitchell. Knicks with the rebound. And Brunson has it in the corner. The three. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
Yeah, just masterful use of the pick and roll by Jalen Brunson. Shot ready as soon as he wants to let it fly.
Mitchell outside. Drives to the hoop. An easy 2 points on the layup. 7 points in the game.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Tries from 16. And the shot no good, a bit short. Now, Okoro. Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby.
He's going to throw his arm out trying to make a pass of that length.
Stolen by Robinson. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Cavaliers ahead. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. New York trailing. Bridges outside. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. Anunoby against Mitchell. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 1. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Rebounded by Allen. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report.
That, to me, is about Karl Anthony Towns carving out position on the interior. Such a pretty play.
For 3, Mitchell. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. New York shooting 43% from the field. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard, Jalen Brunson, these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Brunson the pass to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Brunson the pass to Towns. Bridges outside.
2 minutes.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
2 minutes.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Mitchell against Bridges. Allen a screen on Bridges. Mitchell passes to Allen. And Allen with the slam.
Jared Allen putting on a show. Get out of his way, folks. It's coming down on your head.
Here's Brunson. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Towns against Mitchell. Here's Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
Robinson sets a screen for Brunson. The kick out to Anunoby. Buries it from 3-point range. Anunoby's got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Hunter with a screen on Bridges. Mitchell against Bridges. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Kicks it out to Allen. From the high post. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
I'll tell you what, Jared Allen showing you he's got the mid-range game in his arsenal. Pretty jumper.
Now here's Brunson. Covered by a Okoro. Brunson scanning the floor. There's a screen by Robinson. Takes a 3. The shot missing. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Well, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Jared Allen in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. White is out there with Hart. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Achua. And it's Akporti in at the 5 spot. Here's Hart. Trains the 3-pointer. Hart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Here's Porter. And the layup falls. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Right, the pass to Achua. Yes, that goes in.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Porter, no luck.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
They swipe it, and he jams it with authority.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
It's tipped. Here's Hukporty. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Wade outside. Lock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Jerome. It's hauled in by Achua. New York has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Jerome, covered by Achua. Lets it go from deep, and the 3-ball is good. Jerome's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, DA. Thank you. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And good that time. Wright's got his first points in this one.
Just a smart shot by DeLon Wright. Get to your floater game. Get it before the defense can react.
Porter looking it over. Out to Wade. Back to Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Josh Hart.
And really the defense fouled in there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The ultimate blue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
There's the pick. Here's Tucker. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Porter inside. Guarded by Tucker. Wade outside. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Hart.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Down low. The kick out to Wright. There's 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Loses his grip and clanks the alley-oop jam. Thompson outside. And Thompson throws it down.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Hart. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Cavaliers ahead. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with the Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Evan Mobley is truly a coach's dream. You get the substance and the style. You get the effort and the skill. And this all from a skinny 7-footer. Boy, his frame's going to fill out, and the game becomes more dangerous.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Mitchell with it. He's against Bridges.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Anunoby with the screen for Brunson. Pass to Allen. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Mitchell passes to Okoro. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Brunson outside. Anunoby outside. Pass to Bridges. Robinson kicks to Bridges. Some nice passing by New York here. 4 on the clock. Robinson sets a screen for Anunoby. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
At the line,
what you have to appreciate so much about Evan Mobley is his strong work ethic. This guy says he wants to be an all-time great, but he also puts in the work.
Allen dishes to Mitchell. Back to Allen. 20 feet out. Pass to Mitchell. Bridges with the steal. By himself, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, quick transition has Bridges positioned perfectly, puts the nice finish on the transition opportunity.
The Cavaliers leading by 11. Mitchell a screen on Brunson. Here's Mitchell. He takes it in. High post Allen. Just 5 on the clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice job drawing the contact on that move. Jared Allen, very difficult to contain because of his length.
And that one falls for Allen. And Allen drops them both. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Robinson sets a screen for Anunoby.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Going inside. Shot clock at 6. Robinson sets a screen for Bridges. That one goes in. Bridges has got 4 points in the quarter.
What a wingspan on this young man. Able to get up and over defenders. Nice opportunity on the jump shot.
Mobley kicks to Mitchell. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got 4 rebounds in this game. Anunoby outside. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
Hunter finds Mitchell. Hunter sets a screen for Mitchell. Kicks it out to Al. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Knicks trail by 8. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to Brunson. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line. Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Mitchell against Bridges. Mitchell left side. Nobody near Allen. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
Jalen Brunson.
We see the Cavaliers get the win here. Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific two.
Big men, grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Here are the five for Philadelphia. They've got Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Paul George, and it's Grimes in at small forward. Here's Grimes, just 5 to shoot. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. Oubre can't hit. Outside Hunter. Oh, George with a steal. Right side Oubre. Pass to Grimes. George with it. Oubre, a screen on Hunter. Outside Oubre. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after what was it called? The process that took them all the way way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
Pass to Allen. Rebound by Philadelphia. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Oubre passes to Grimes. Oubre, a screen on Mitchell. George for three. He is rebounded by Okoro.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Allen uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, good touch inside. I mean, Allen does have a nice looking shot, but he's really at home near the hoop.
Maxey surveys. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Putting his athleticism to great use. When Mitchell takes the initiative, he's hard to stop.
George against Hunter. George passes to Grimes. Three-pointer, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
George for three. Knocks it down from distance.
Smooth and consistent. That's how I describe George's three-point shooting.
Outside Mitchell. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Cleveland shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And so he hits the technical free throw. Mitchell against George. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Good work defensively by Oubre.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all three levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Pass to Embiid. And here is Maxey. It's George on the wing. And there's the screen. The jump hook. Hunter with the rebound. The Cavaliers lead by 3. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Maxey against Mobley. Shoots over Maxey. And another basket for Cleveland.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Outside Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Hunter. George with the bucket. George has got 6 points.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Mitchell against George. Allen a screen. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Cavaliers Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 5. And we'll... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Cleveland?
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Darius Garland is out there with Ty Jerome. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then it's Max Strus. And it's Wade in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Cleveland getting going in the second. It's hauled in by the Sixers. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Cavaliers going with a whole new group out there.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Allen can't get it to go. And so it's Embiid with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 2. Embiid is screen on Mitchell. Maxey. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Back to Mobley. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And Allen gets it to go on the assist by Hunter. Allen's got 6 points. 76ers trail by 4. For 3, Maxey. Another 3 for Philadelphia. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Only one man back on D. For 3, George. Mobley grabs the board. The Cavs have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. To the inside. Allen inside. He's covered by Oubre. And Allen gets it to go. Give him 8.
They're exhibiting toughness right there and persistence. Allen might have been fouled on that inside basket.
They set the pick. For 3, Maxey. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Okoro. Goes back up. Here's Mitchell. Ooh, power move by Mitchell.
And we talk about how Mitchell does a little of everything. I mean, that was just great hustle.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's George. Here's Grimes.
We talk so much about Mitchell's offense, but he can be a lockdown defender as well.
And it's Okoro penetrating. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Allen outside. Back to Mitchell. Allen outside. And he drives in, and he banks in the layup. And now it's a 9-point Cavalier lead.
And adding to this lead right now.
Riding a wave of momentum. Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
3-pointer Embiid. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Mitchell against Oubre. Mitchell to the rack. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move chance for one more at the line. Kelly Oubre picks one up, and he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. So it's Philadelphia now, a 12-point game. Maxey passes to George. They get back on track, and George with the jam.
Showing you the vertical that time. Paul George throwing it down.
Cleveland leading by 10. And it's Mitchell, that time on the assist by Allen. Mitchell's got 11 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And this is his second attempt at the line tonight. .24 seconds left in the second quarter. Allen on the wing. He's covered by Oubre. Allen against Oubre. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Allen can't get it to go. But if it goes. And so it's Cleveland in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. We've got Edwards. Kyle Lowry out there with Andre Drummond. And it's McCain in at the 2. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning." That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night.
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that higher difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. The kick out to Edwards. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Cleveland leading by 11. Here's Jerome. No points yet. 90 seconds into the second half now. Outside Strus. Over Edwards. That one a little long. 76ers trail by 11. There's the screen. Pass to Drummond. Back to Edwards. Here's McCain. Lowry left side. Fires from deep. Second shot opportunity. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And it's Garland with the ball for Cleveland. Nothing yet for him here in the third quarter. that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And they make Garland outwork them. But that's just what he does to win the and-one opportunity.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
They set the screen. Lowry outside. Shot clock at 5. Goes up at the stripe. It's rebounded by Wade. The Cavaliers lead by 11. Outside Garland. Pass to Jerome. Back to Garland. Thompson in the post. Drummond's there. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Look, Tristan Thompson is a relentless glass eater on both ends, so you got to get a body on him.
For 3, Lowry buries it from 3. Lowry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
Here's the pick. Garland, the pass to Thompson. Garland feeling it out a bit. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And there is very little ego to Garland's game. He wants to get other guys looks and opportunities.
And Graham, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Second team foul.
The Cavaliers lead by 13. Outside Garland. And yep, it's good. Garland's got 5 now.
Inside, Garland outplays his size, using speed and agility to get it done.
And Lowry launches it from deep. It's rebounded by Wade.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
76ers trail by 15. Yabusele. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Wade's got 4 rebounds now. Down low. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Yeah, great vision. I mean, this is where Garland takes it to another level offensively.
Pass to Drummond. For 3, Lowry. He can't get that one to fall. It doesn't go for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The Cap. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Isaac Okoro, and it's Hunter in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Cleveland the rebound to the paint. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there.
There is no slowing down Paul George. A volcanic eruption from PG tonight.
Okoro outside. Back to Mitchell. 4-3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in the game. George, a deep 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got 4 rebounds in the game. And he's going for the oop here. It's stolen by Oubre. Embiid from outside. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
You know, Allen really moves well for a player of his size. He's always hustling. That set up the fast break finish there.
George for 3. Tries again. And Embiid with the lay-in. Embiid's got his first points of the game.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit.
Philadelphia foul. Quentin Grimes, his first. Second team foul.
Okoro outside. On the wing, Mitchell. Counted from distance.
He's always a threat to bury a catch-and-shoot jumper. Mitchell doesn't waste time.
Hunter against George. And the jam by George.
He flashes to the rim and is met with no resistance.
Cleveland leading by 20. Hunter up top. Maxey covering. It's stolen by Maxey. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Oubre passes to Grimes. It's George on the wing. Fires the 3. George with another miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Allen outside. Pass to Mitchell. Fires the 3. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. George for 3. Goes back up. Lets the 3 fly. Embiid passes to Oubre. For 3, George. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Cavaliers.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Donovan Mitchell.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
George with another miss. Mobley deciding where to go with it. Pass to Mitchell. 3-pointer. He buries it from 3.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Here's George. And the jam by George. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Mitchell. Clock at 6. The 3. Here's Allen. Off the mark. And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too.